Amidst the vast savannas of Africa, where life and death play out in every fleeting moment, an extraordinary bond blossomed between a human and the king of the jungle. Would you believe that a past act of salvation could lead to a breathtakingly emotional encounter during a wildlife filming expedition? Join us as we unveil this remarkable tale. Golden dawn painted the boundless grasslands of the Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya, a jewel of East Africa. The sun slowly ascended from the hazy horizon, bathing the drifting clouds in vibrant hues of red. Thousands of hectares of sweeping plains stretched like an opulent silken carpet, punctuated by the wide canopies of ancient acacia trees, resembling colossal umbrellas, creating a majestic and magnificent natural panorama. The early morning air was fresh and still, with only the gentle whisper of the wind through the tall grasses and the cheerful chirping of birds welcoming the new day. Dewdrops clung to the leaves, shimmering like a myriad of tiny diamonds. In the distance, undulating hills faded into the light mist, creating an ethereal and poetic beauty. The Masai Mara was not merely a vast expanse of land, but also an incredibly diverse and rich ecosystem. It was home to countless iconic African wildlife, from colossal elephant herds leisurely grazing and graceful giraffes stretching their long necks to the highest branches, to zebra packs with their black and white stripes racing across the plains. Notably, the Masai Mara was also the realm of lions, the lords of the savanna, with powerful prides dominating vast territories. As the sun climbed higher, the temperature gradually rose, awakening every creature on the plains. The deep, rumbling roar of a distant lion echoed, along with the haunting cry of hyenas and the resounding bellow of buffalo, all harmonizing into a distinctive wild symphony of Africa. The green of the vegetation slowly yielded to the golden hues of the sun, yet life remained vibrant and intense everywhere. The Masai Mara National Reserve was not only a renowned tourist destination, but also a vital area for the conservation of Africa's precious wildlife. The rangers here played an indispensable role in protecting the balance of this ecosystem, facing numerous difficulties and challenges to preserve its pristine beauty for future generations. For Camal, a dedicated ranger of the Masai Mara National Reserve, each workday was an adventure filled with responsibility and passion. As the first rays of sunlight appeared, Camal was already awake, preparing for a long day of patrol and protecting his assigned area. He donned his familiar green uniform, carried his old but well-maintained rifle, binoculars, and radio. Camal's day typically began with checking the reserve's boundaries, ensuring no signs of illegal intrusion by poachers. He drove his old Jeep over the rough tracks, his eyes constantly scanning the ground for any telltale signs, listening to every sound of nature. He knew every nook and cranny of this area, aware of where rare animals often appeared and where potential dangers might lurk. The work of a ranger was not limited to patrolling. Camal also participated in wildlife monitoring activities, recording the number, health status, and behavior of the animals. He used binoculars to observe from a distance, carefully noting his observations in a worn notebook. This information was crucial for the reserve's conservation and management efforts. Additionally, Camal was responsible for guiding and protecting visiting tourists. He shared his knowledge of this unique ecosystem, helping them understand and appreciate the beauty of the wild. He always reminded tourists to maintain a safe distance from animals, avoid loud noises, and adhere to the reserve's regulations. An indispensable part of Camal's job was confronting external threats. He and his colleagues frequently encountered poachers who disregarded the law to kill precious animals for profit. These confrontations were always potentially dangerous, requiring courage, resourcefulness, and strong teamwork. Camal had faced danger many times, but his love for nature and sense of responsibility helped him overcome everything. Despite the difficulties, Camal's work also brought profound joy and satisfaction. He felt happy when witnessing the breathtaking moments of nature, seeing lion cubs playing on the plains, or rescuing an injured animal. He believed his work was significant, contributing to the preservation of a priceless part of humanity's heritage. As dusk fell, Camal returned to the ranger station, his body tired but his spirit still invigorated. He shared the day's stories and experiences with his colleagues, planning together for the next day's work. For Camal, the Masai Mara National Reserve was not just a workplace, but also a home, an inseparable part of his life. One morning, as Camal was preparing for his usual patrol, he received a special assignment from his superiors. A renowned international film crew would be arriving at the reserve to produce a documentary about the wild lives of lions, and Camal was entrusted with the responsibility of guiding them and ensuring their safety throughout the filming process. Camal felt both honored and slightly apprehensive. He understood that this was a fantastic opportunity to showcase the beauty and importance of the Masai Mara National Reserve to the world. However, leading a film crew with many people and complex equipment also presented considerable challenges. He needed to plan carefully to ensure the filming progressed smoothly while guaranteeing the absolute safety of the entire team in a wild environment full of potential hazards. Immediately after receiving the assignment, Camal began gathering detailed information about the film crew, their planned schedule, and their specific requirements. He also thoroughly reviewed the areas within the reserve where lions frequently appeared, selecting locations with beautiful scenery and the best opportunities for animal observation. On the day the film crew arrived, Camal was at the reserve gate early to greet them. He warmly welcomed the head of the crew and the members, introducing himself and the reserve. He also outlined the basic safety rules for moving within the wilderness, emphasizing the importance of silence, avoiding loud noises, and always following his instructions. The film crew consisted of professional cinematographers, producers, researchers, and technicians, carrying a great deal of modern equipment. Camal coordinated with them to arrange transportation and equipment efficiently, ensuring everything was ready for the first day of filming. In the following days, Camal became the film crew's reliable companion. He led them to places where they could observe lion prides in their natural habitat, from dramatic hunting scenes and tender moments of caring for their young to fierce territorial battles. Camal was not just a guide, but also a wildlife expert. He shared his extensive knowledge of the behavior, habits, and relationships between the animals in the reserve. He helped the film crew gain a deeper understanding of the lions' lives, enabling them to capture the most authentic and vivid footage. The filming process proceeded more smoothly than expected, thanks to Camal's meticulous preparation and vast experience. He remained highly vigilant, detecting early signs of danger and taking timely action. His understanding of the terrain and animal behavior helped the film crew save significant time and effort while obtaining unique and impressive shots. Throughout their time working together, Camal developed a good rapport with the members of the film crew. They admired his dedication, extensive knowledge, and high sense of responsibility. They realized that behind his strong and rugged exterior, Camal was a kind man who loved nature and was always willing to help others. One afternoon, while the film crew was observing a mating between a male and a female lion on the grasslands, something unexpected happened. The dominant male lion, a massive creature with a thick black mane and powerful eyes, suddenly raised his head, his gaze fixed on Camal. Camal stood not far away, instructing a cameraman on adjusting the shot. He felt the sharp gaze of the lion and was slightly startled. He was accustomed to being observed by wild animals, but there was something particular about this lion's gaze, an unusual intensity. The male lion slowly rose to its feet, its posture regal and wary. It let out a low, rumbling growl, then began to walk towards Camal. The entire film crew held their breath, anxiously watching this unexpected development. They knew that lions were dangerous animals, and a careless action could have dire consequences. Camal remained calm, slowly placing his hand on his rifle, but he had no intention of using it. He tried to recall if he had ever had any conflict with this lion before, but no memory surfaced. As the lion drew closer, Camal suddenly noticed a small but distinct scar on its left front paw. A memory flashed through his mind, an image from many years ago when he was a young ranger. That day, during a patrol in the northern part of the reserve, Camal and his colleagues had discovered a young male lion trapped in a wire snare set by poachers. The animal was panicked and in pain, struggling to break free, but only tightening the wire further. Without hesitation, Camal cautiously approached the lion, trying to soothe it with gentle words. He and his colleagues spent a long time and a great deal of effort to untangle the snare, freeing the trapped animal. The lion, then small and weak, had quickly fled into the dense bush after being rescued. Camal had never thought he would see that lion again, let alone that it would be the majestic alpha male standing before him now. The scar on its paw was an unmistakable mark of recognition. When the lion reached within a few meters of Camal, something astonishing happened. Instead of attacking, it stopped, tilting its head and looking intently at Camal. The initial fierce gaze seemed to soften, replaced by something indescribable, as if recognizing an old acquaintance. To the utter amazement of the entire film crew, the male lion displayed behavior that left everyone in awe. It rubbed its head against Camal's leg, a gesture that lions often use to show affection and trust towards members of their pride. Camal slowly lowered himself, gently stroking the lion's head. He could feel its thick, warm fur and hear its steady breathing. The lion seemed to enjoy Camal's touch, letting out a soft purr of contentment and rubbing itself against his hand more firmly. This scene unfolded in complete silence from the film crew. They couldn't believe their eyes. A wild lion, the king of the savanna, exhibiting such intimate behavior towards a human. After a few moments, the lion stepped back slightly, but its gentle gaze remained fixed on Camal. It softly licked his hand, an act of gratitude and affection. Then, it turned and walked back to its pride, lying down beside the lioness, as if wanting to show off its special friend to the others. The film crew remained still as statues, no one uttering a word. They had just witnessed a rare and deeply moving moment, a testament to the strange and profound connections that can exist between humans and wild animals. The head of the film crew was the first to break the silence. He approached Camal, his face filled with astonishment and admiration. "I have never seen anything like this in my entire filmmaking career," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "You truly have a special bond with this animal." Camal simply smiled faintly, his eyes still watching the lion resting with its pride. He knew it was a miraculous moment, a priceless reward for the efforts and love he had dedicated to the reserve and its wildlife. The footage the film crew captured that day became a crucial and deeply moving part of their documentary. The story of the African ranger and his lion benefactor spread across the globe, touching the hearts of millions and raising awareness about the importance of wildlife conservation. For Camal, that day became the most profound and unforgettable memory of his life. It further strengthened his belief and motivation to continue his work protecting the Masai Mara National Reserve, preserving its pristine beauty and the balance of its unique ecosystem for generations to come. He understood that within the heart of every wild creature, there always existed a sensitivity and gratitude, waiting only for humans to offer them respect and genuine affection. The heartwarming tale of Ranger Camal and his lion benefactor is not just a miraculous moment between man and wild animal, but also a profound reminder of the hidden connections between us and the natural world. It shows that kindness and compassion can transcend all boundaries, even between different species. Let us cherish and protect the pristine beauty of this planet, where such extraordinary stories can still unfold. If you love inspiring wildlife footage and stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.